Welcome back to another episode. Nice to have you back on board again. This video will be a COVID-19 video, but this time it's a Delaware, and it's just going to be a quick update. I'm going to go back over some of the states that I originally covered and when I was starting to keep tabs on about a dozen states: Iowa, South Carolina, Delaware, Maryland, New Hampshire. I think Vermont, Rhode Island was definitely one of them. But today I'm going to do a real quick one. It's Delaware COVID-19. It's going to be real simple and real quick. I want to talk about the fact that not only Connecticut doesn't have a lot to fear because of the death rate and so forth and so on. So I'm going to make this quick. And I always say that. On October 27th, there were 24,949 cases. And out of those, there was 686 deaths. To April 16th, and I should duly note that today, let's write this down. Today is actually April 18th. So the 16th number is a Friday. That's why I did on Friday. Close of day numbers. All right. Then you go to April 16th, which is 100 deaths. I'm sorry, 100 deaths. I apologize. Wow, that was way off. 100,322 cases, 1,596 deaths. Obviously, a jump in that time frame. Talking almost 6 months. Now, what we need to look at, what we always need to look at, is who's dying and how many folks are dying. And what percentage are they dying? Maybe I should bring that down so I have to reach so high. There you go. Getting old. Oh, I'm just kidding. We want to look at these numbers in a very plain and simple way. And I know that some will say, well, you're talking about people's lives like they're simple that they lost. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. People love to do that. But now, let's look at COVID-19 deaths by population. What does that mean? We take 982,895 people is the population of Delaware. And then we look at the cases. We have 100,000, which is, I believe, 10.9% at that point. Here, obviously, it was lower, 2.4, whatever. And we look at the percentage rate. Now, out of October 27th, how many people died? 0.00069% of the population of Delaware died of COVID-19. As of April 16th, that number went up to 0.0016% died of COVID-19 in that population. You're going to see the same thing. I'm not going to make the other videos tonight, but you're going to see the same thing with a lot of other states when you go by percentage-wise. Some are higher, some are lower, but when you look at the grand total, and I know a lot of people, I actually work with a guy who pays more attention to the worldometer. I don't look at the worldometer as much. I'm not saying that you can't look at it. I really don't look at that. I try to look at each state that I can and their numbers for their population. And because the worldometer is a beautiful thing, but it doesn't, unless you dig deeper, it doesn't really narrow it down to right to the state, the counties, and so forth. I like that. I like looking at that because, well, anybody should. If you're really wanting to isolate something, fix something, you really want to go right to the source instead of just everybody as a general population. Now, I don't know which counties are safer than other counties and maskless in Delaware. I don't live in Delaware. But they probably are in the same situation as Connecticut and many other states. There are areas that you don't need a mask. And there are other areas maybe you do. I don't know. Although here I am, I don't wear a mask 99.99%. Well, I wish I had that my charts up. So I go 99.9% of the time I don't wear a mask. So, and what does that mean? Well, that's another story. I've been threatened on many occasions, or not threatened. Informed that maybe I won't be allowed to shop in those places anymore. And yet I still do. And more people are beginning to do the same thing, which is awesome. Good for you, New Hampshire, by the way. Awesome. You're lifting the mask mandate. You never needed it in the first place. Look at the percentage. Do you see a full percent? Do you see what? What do I see? I see 99.99% live. And why do I say this in this big circle and these big letters? And why does it make it look more important? It's not more important. It's the fact that you've made that the government and others have made this less important. This is sad. Every life that's lost is a terrible loss in 99.99% of the situations. But while we're mulling over that or we're harping on all the deaths, we're forgetting about the people who are alive. We're scaring them as if they're going to kill more people. And that's a shame. So that's going to be the end of my video. Didn't expect it to be so short, did you? Not used to the short videos. Less than 1% are dying. 0.00069% died as of October 27th. April 16th, 0.0016% died of the population of Delaware of 982,000. Do you honestly think we're all dying? I was looking at Connecticut one time. Again, I'm looking at Connecticut. I can look at these numbers another point in time, but we would have to have in Connecticut like 321,000. You'd have to have over 300,000 cases a year, but you'd have to. I apologize. You'd have to like 20 years or something. There's a lot of years. I'm like before you would wipe out the population of the state. People got to stop. It's the fear that makes more people more sick. Remember hypertension, stress, anxiety, all those things contribute. Just saying. So Delaware, you're good. You're not so bad. And that's the other thing. We want to look at where Wilmington, I think it is. Is that in Delaware? I apologize if I'm wrong. That had a high issue. I believe it was Wilmington that had problems over there. But I'm going to let this video go. Thanks for tuning in for the Delaware account, which I don't normally do the other state videos, but I want to get some of them out because it's important that we realize what is going on in each state and stop looking at it going, there are millions of cases. Where are they? It's important to know. There's 500,000 deaths. Where are they? I'd like to know. Stop scaring everybody in the world who isn't even around it. Stop scaring those who are living a very beautiful life. And they're living in freedom. And they're living without the mask and having this very low rate. Now, can I speak to every single county? No, but what I've seen in different states, and I'm just looking at others, I'm just a guy, I'm just a simple man looking at these things, realizing that people have lost their way. People are so much more concerned about all of this that they forget someone very, very important. Oh, who is that? That's God. All of this, Delaware and every other state, all of this is, as always, to take you away from this. Can we see that? Holy Bible? There we go. Which one? Oh, this is I picked the right one, King James. We need not fear this. But we should fear if we end up here that we do not end up here. That's a big deal. So I implore you, many different scriptures, but Romans 10, verse 13. You got to go there. Call upon the Lord, man. You'll be saved. Earnestly. Be right with God, and life is going to go perfectly on the other side. You have rough spots here, but perfectly that direction on the other side. Thank you. Appreciate your time. God bless. I love you, and have a beautiful evening.